by the times you made me cry. Feeling not quite good enough, not understanding why. I blamed you for the hell that I was in. Then I burned through my resentment till I could love again. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. When you did those things that hurt so much, you didn't have a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. I still have an angry thought or two. I don't do well with those that try to tell me what to do. But I still try to turn the other cheek. Watch me walk away, you'll know exactly what I mean. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. When they do those things that hurt so much, they haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. The more you give away, the more you have. Everyone's a mirror of some part of you. It could be anger, it could be love. Why not choose love? Haunted by the times I made you cry. I showed you the worst in me, not understanding why. But we can heal together perfectly. For love to grow between us, there's one thing that I need. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. When I do those things that hurt so much, I haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. Please forgive me, I forgive you.
summer, fall and winter came too fast. Somehow I made it, I'm wide awake, it's spring at last. If I could only bring them back, they'd still be moments from the past. It's simply beautiful to walk with open hands. Nothing to hide, nothing to grasp, nothing to break, nothing to last. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. I buried my father, so went my mother all too soon. I suffered in silence, suffered alone until June. It wasn't clear, it wasn't right. I'd hear him tell her in the night, but somewhere in the dark they huddled near a light, with nothing to fight, nothing to stress, nothing to climb, nothing to pass. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. Some seasons let us be reborn. These deep dark places where we're torn. And when they tell you that your rose still has its thorns, you've nothing to hide, nothing to test. Love brought you here, now you can rest. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose.
perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I used to fight between wrong and right, watching my fears taking over my life. But now I know why I'm here. It's perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Everybody now, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. Here we go now. I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. I'm the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. Be the answer. I am the answer.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hello and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. If you would like to learn more about our multi-faith endeavor or support the pod financially, please go to www.peopleofdiversity.org. Stay tuned after for more stuff.
Last week we ended our series on courage. It was a really good one. And our last talk was by one of our new speakers, Mystic Christopher Timms, who's been a good friend of ours for a long time. Gave a great talk. And his musical guest was the Joy Band. Today we begin our new topic of kindness. should be interesting too. And Shaman Jerry Nettesheim is going to be our speaker, and her musical guest is Jennifer Farron. Next week, we continue kindness with Buddhist Dave Vidito and Bob Sima.
That'll be a cool thing for kindness with those two. That'll be a good one. Yeah.
So, stay tuned. We'll see you after.
Hi everyone, it's Jennifer Farron from Atlanta, Georgia. So great to be with you as we discuss the topic of kindness. I was laying in bed last night and I'm thinking, which songs do I have that represent kindness? And surprisingly, I don't have a whole lot in my repertoire about simply being kind. And so I'm laying there and I'm like, gosh, I really need a song about kindness. Bring it to me, universe. Lay it on me. So I'm sitting there and I'm breathing deep and I'm, just open to receive. And I heard the title, Find Your Kind, as in find the kindness inside of us, that let it well up within us and let it shine out for all the world to see. Find the kindness in you, find the kindness, actively look for the kindness in others as well. And see what kind of energy, reciprocal energy, starts to happen as a result of that. As conscious people on a journey of enlightenment, that's our goal, is to use spiritual tools like that. Use our consciousness to present out better in the world and to help balance the energy that's out there. That's our mission if we choose to accept it. And so as I lay there and I thought, oh, find your kind. That's a pretty good topic. I like that title. Now, I just need some kind of melody. And all of a sudden, it just came to me. My husband was like, what are you doing? I got up and down. I rewrote the lyrics like 3 times at midnight last night, between midnight and 1 a.m. And this is what I came up with. And it's a little bit groovy. It's a little bit funky. And I hope you like it. And I hope you will use this song to maybe spark your energy and inspire you to find that kindness within. Sometimes it's easier to be kind to others than it is to be kind to ourselves. I know I struggle with that issue often, being kind to myself. Surprisingly, I know, but it's true. We all have those struggles, don't we? So I encourage you to find your kind. All the great theologies are of a common mind. Every single one of them refers to being kind. Investigate it for yourself, and soon enough you'll find treating others with respect creates a higher vibe. Find your kind, find your kind. Come on, let it shine. Disney's Rabbit Thumper had a father who was wise. He said, don't say anything unless you know it's nice. Honestly, you must admit that's pretty sage advice. Being nice is easy if we just give it a try. Find your kind, find your kind. Come on, let it shine. Check out what's online. That will only throw you off, so leave it all behind. What would Jesus and Muhammad and the Buddha let it shine. If you listen to the news or check out what's online, that will only throw you off, so leave it all behind. What would Jesus or Muhammad or the Buddha do? Say to live in kindness, let your love come shining through. So find your kind, find your kind. Come on, let it shine. Oh, find your kind, find your kind. Come on, let it shine. Thanks, Creative Divas, for giving me this song to share with all of you. Hope you guys have a great week. Love you. Hi again, everybody. Great to see you. So this song came to me a while back, and I may have already shared it with you guys, but it was the one song about kindness that was in my repertoire, and it's a cutie. This came to me when I saw an interview of Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us. He was the third triplet. He's a phenomenal actor. He's been in all sorts of great stuff. And he said when he was little, his mom always told him that we are blessed so that we can be a blessing. And I thought, well, that's the definition of kindness. We are blessed so that we can bestow blessings and kindness and generosity to others. And so I hope you guys like it. It's called Be a Blessing. We are blessed so we can be a blessing. We're a light so we can shine. We are wise, learning all them lessons, and we can be a blessing. 'Cause we are blessed, doing deeds of good, because we are indeed a light, shining bright for all the world to see, learning how to co-create a better loving way. Let's all be a blessing today. We are blessed so we can be a blessing. We're a light so we can shine. We are wise, learning all them lessons, and we can be a blessing, 'cause we are blessed. Random acts of kindness are indeed alive and well. Let's all do a bunch of them each day. We can change the world with everything we do and say. Let's all be a blessing today. We are blessed so we can be a blessing. We're a light so we can shine. We are wise, learning all them lessons, and we can be a blessing, 'cause we are blessed. We can be a blessing, 'cause we are blessed. We can be a blessing, 'cause we are blessed.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Becky. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity today to talk about a shamanic view of kindness. And beloveds, I want to welcome you. I'm so grateful that you're here. Okay, so let's begin together. Okay, let's begin together by just breathing. Gently inhale through your nose for a couple breaths. Exhale through the mouth. Allow your body to receive the breath. Receive it as a beloved guest. I'd like to take a moment to honor the land that we're gathered on, the ancestors of this place, and the luminous ones who are walking with each one of us. May this time that we spend together be held in sacred space, woven with the threads of kindness, truth, and remembrance. Today I want to speak to the medicine of kindness, not as people-pleasing, not as politeness, not as performative softness or appeasement, but as a sacred force, a way of being in rhythm with all of life. Kindness isn't soft. It's actually structured light. It's a soul frequency that rewrites the energy in an entire room without force and without fanfare. It's a spiritual technology that tunes our hearts back to harmony. So in the shamanic worldview, kindness is not a transaction. It's a living prayer. It's how we walk in balance with both the seen and with the unseen. And it isn't just something that we do. It's who we become when we remember who we truly are. So before we go deeper into this, I want you to call forward a memory. I invite you to call forth a memory. A moment when you received or you bestowed an unexpected kindness. Doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It can be something very simple. Now, I want you to allow that memory to rise to the surface. And I want you to remember, where were you when this happened? How did it feel within your body? What shifted in you? Take a moment to ponder that. Now, I want you to know that this memory is not trivial. It is evidence of spiritual technology at work. When someone met you with genuine presence, it did something. It left a trace. It left a thread. And it's that thread that connects us all today. It connects us to our divinity that dwells within us. So today I'm going to ask that we follow this sacred thread and follow it back to source. So we're going to start with kindness as sacred reciprocity. So in Andean tradition, the Carol lineage and other types of Peruvian shamanism, we speak of this word Aini. It's a Quechua word that loosely translated in English means to be in right relationship. It means to be involved within the sacred law of reciprocity. It teaches that everything is in relationship. I give to you, I receive in return. When I give to you, I receive in return. When you give to me, you receive in return. And it's not because it's transactional or because we want or expect something back, because balance is a universal truth. Think of inhale and exhale, cold and heat, full and new moons. So when I offer kindness to the waters, I'm not simply being nice or trying to be a good person. I'm participating in a great reweaving because I understand that thread of connection between myself and the lakes and the valleys and the rivers and the streams. When I speak gently to a stranger, I'm not doing it to do them a favor. I'm honoring that sacred thread, that spark of the divine, the spark of the creator within them. So in the Andean worldview, it's the trees, the stones, the winds, they're all our kin. They remember, they respond. So rather than participating in what we call here in the West random acts of kindness, I invite us to start beginning to be conscious of these acts of kindness as a type of restoration. So every thank you that you give to your food, every whispered blessing over the water, every smile that you've offered to a stranger without having an agenda, these are soul technologies. The energy of kindness shifts the atmosphere of these places and energies. Whenever we express kindness, we are casting threads of light back into the grid. It's us living in divine harmony, in Aini. Kindness has the ability, the capability to restore the balance that colonization, industrialization, and individualism have severed. We're not separate from the world. Oh no, we are of it. We are made of it, and we are in it, and we are of it. So kindness becomes a bridge, a ceremonial act, if you will, that reaffirms our belonging to this great big blue marble. So even in the face of things that go wrong, we don't step back. We understand we're part of that, and offering kindness to situations that might seem unkind is very helpful and a way to restore right relationship, even in the face of illness. So I'd like to share a little bit of a personal story, something that happened to me very recently. I came down with yet another round of COVID, so this makes number 4, right? And rather than go into battle mode, to tighten up, to brace myself, to fight off this illness, to wage war on my body, I made a conscious decision. Yes, I did. I chose kindness. I didn't treat the virus as an enemy. I treated the virus as if it were a messenger. Okay, a spirit, an energy that had arrived with teachings that I hadn't slowed down in my everyday life long enough to receive. So I asked it what it wanted. I asked it very gently. I said, "What is it that you're trying to show me?" And what came back was very simple but profound. It said to me, "You are tired. Your body wants more tenderness, less pushing, more breath, more rest." So in the stillness, I let this information sink into my soul, and I allowed the virus to lead me into an intimate check-in with myself. And this is not a medical checklist of, oh, okay, can I still smell anything? Can I taste anything? Do I have a fever? Do I need to, all of the things that can go through our minds when we're facing illness. But this was a listening that was more ceremonial in nature. It led me to nourish my body as if I were feeding a beloved elder. It led me to wrap myself in blankets and close my eyes and rest when I needed, like a cocoon, not because I was weak, but because I was transforming. I spoke to myself and my body like sacred children, not like soldiers. This wasn't about fighting to get better. This was about actually laying down the armor and returning to right relationship with my sacred vessel. Kindness in that moment, it wasn't a passive thing, it was powerful. It helped me tune into the frequency of healing. actually, and to tune in to surrender without collapse, of presence, of being present with the illness without fear. It reminded me that even in illness, you can look at your situation as an opportunity, an invitation, if you will, to come home to yourself if you meet it with kindness. So in your daily life, I invite you to ask yourself these questions. Where and what have I been fighting? Where have I taken without giving? Where have I received without acknowledging? And then what you will do next is you will bring a simple gesture to mend the balance. Offer an exhalation. Offer a song. Offer a pinch of tobacco. Offer a silent prayer. Offer 5 minutes of meditation. Let kindness be your language of restoration. Now, I will tell you one thing though. Kindness is not always easy. And sometimes it's mistaken for a sign of weakness. And it's not. Kindness is actually an act of courage. It's an act of radical courage. Because to be kind in a world that is built on speed, efficiency, separation, polarization, is to walk against the current. It's pausing long enough to witness somebody fully, to really see someone. Okay? It's to soften our grip on judgment. It's about choosing to listen even when everything in us wants to react, resist, interrupt. Okay? So on the shamanic path, we're not here to bypass pain. We are here to walk through it with grace, with presence, and to bear witness. Kindness might look like setting a boundary with a soft heart. Kindness might look like forgiving someone, not because they earned it, but because your soul is demanding its freedom. Sitting in silence with a grieving one, and this is huge, not fixing, but holding the sacred bowl of their story. This kind of kindness is a firekeeper. It's not a passive thing. No, it is not. It's deeply intentional. It requires us to unlearn this idea that being tough is the same thing as being strong. And we can ask ourselves these questions. Who have I dismissed as being unworthy of kindness? And where have I withheld kindness from myself in the name of strength? Kindness can also look like advocacy. It looks like standing up for those who don't have a voice. It's making room at the table, not just for those we like or look like us or think like us, but for those who also challenge us. Again, remember, Aini is about balance. And for every up, there's a down and vice versa, right? That's courageous work. That's where spirit moves. That's where we see the miracles show up. Now, I want to talk a little bit about expressing kindness towards ourselves. And this one is sometimes the hardest thing for us to do. One of the reasons is that we're taught to grind, we're taught to push, we're taught to override our own needs. But through the shamanic lens, I need you to remember that you're a sacred being. We're sacred beings. Remember that thread of sacredness and divinity that runs through all of us and everything? Yes, it's time to remember that. Because you carry that within you. You don't just carry your personality, but you also carry a council of ancestors, a lineage, a medicine bundle of soul fragments and forgotten songs. When you speak to yourself with harshness, you're not just harming the you of today. No. When you speak to yourself with harshness, you're speaking to your inner child, your ancestors, your guides. So learning to tame that inner critic and to treat yourself with kindness is important. How would you speak to yourself if you believed that your heart held the keys and the pieces to healing your ancestral line and healing yourself? That you carry within you your family's healing. You're a sacred vessel. You're a thought form of divine love made manifest in the flesh. Speak kindly to yourself. Speak to the sacredness of who you are. Be kind. This translates into how we care for our bodies. How would we care for our bodies if we saw it as an altar for the spirit instead of just this bag of flesh and bones that we schlep around and underfeed, overfeed, undersleep, overwork, overmedicate, under all sorts of over and under things that we do to our bodies? Learn to be kind. Sometimes the kindest thing is to not binge watch something. Sometimes the kindest thing is take yourself to a doctor to investigate those weird chest pains. Okay? Be kind. Take care of this sacred vessel. Self-kindness is not an indulgence. It's a form of devotion. It is how we become trustworthy to our own soul. Okay? And when we're trustworthy to our own soul, all of those soul pieces that got scattered out through trauma, they make their way back to us because they understand, those pieces understand that they will be treated with kindness. Kindness is a technology that's crucial to our healing. So one practice that I love is a practice of altar tending. There's a lot of you out there that have sacred spaces in your homes, altars. And if you don't, I would recommend that you begin to keep one for yourself and go ahead and place sacred things on that altar, things that remind you to be tender with yourself. Either a picture of yourself as a child, a t-shirt from event that you really love. These things that when you look at them make you smile and say something kind and bless that situation. What this does is this puts out that energy of gratitude. It puts out that energy of kindness, and kindness becomes a practice versus something that you have to consciously think about all of the time. Another practice is breath work, like how we did in the beginning. Inhale kindness. Exhale judgment. Okay? Use your breath as a bridge. Let's soften the edges of that harsh inner critic. Even 5 minutes of quiet attention can shift your field. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to prove your worthiness. You're already sacred. Remember that, please. Many of us carry parts of ourselves that kind of got left behind, these underdeveloped pieces within ourselves. You know, the pieces of us that were silenced, that were ridiculed for being too sensitive, the ones that keep us acting in stoic ways versus being expressive and allowing ourselves to feel. So shamanic soul retrieval invites these fragments home. And one of the most powerful ways to invite a soul fragment back home is kindness, right? Not pity, not performance, but soul seeing with an eye for deep compassion. Imagine turning to that younger self and whispering, "You did not deserve what happened. You are beautiful. You can come home now." That's a healing spell. Those are healing words. This is what retrieval is. This is what repair is. And when those parts do come back home, nurture them. Treat them kindly. Treat yourself kindly and hold grace for the awkwardness of trying to reincorporate those missing soul pieces back into yourself. This is another reason why self-kindness is so important. So each time that we do this, each time that we invite pieces of ourselves to come back home, we're coming back to our original blueprint. We become more whole. We become more human. We become more sacred. So try this, if you have a photo of yourself when you're little, take that and sit with it and let a memory arise from that time when you were that age. Speak aloud to that part. Offer that part kindness. Light a candle for that missing soul part. That simple act in itself opens a portal. It opens up the communication between that missing soul part and who you are. Soul retrieval is not always this big dramatic thing. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's gentle. It's a long series of loving returns. Okay? And we are trained in this society not to do anything slow. But this is slow, deliberate, kindness practicing work, bringing back these soul pieces to ourselves. So get settled in and understand that when you begin this work, you're in it for the long haul. But it is so worth it, this act of kindness. And you showing up as your full, whole self to the world is an act of kindness to the world, because you're a necessary part of this grand design, of this grand story. Kindness is a perfect gift to give to a soul piece that is making its way back home. It repairs and it restores. So finally, I'd like to talk about kindness not just as a behavior, but as a spiritual technology. I mentioned a little bit about that at the beginning of this talk, and I want to circle back to that. Kindness is not just a behavior. It's a spiritual technology. It is a portal. It is a frequency. It is a way to open doors between realms. In many traditions, technologies weren't wires and screens. They were songs. They were dances. They were smoke trails. They were offerings. Kindness functions a lot like these things. It carries coded light. It shapes the energetic field. A little bit of kindness opens the way for communication. Speak kindness into a grieving room and the air changes. Offering kindness to your own heart and the body releases tension. Drop a prayer of kindness into the earth and the land softens. And these things are not random. This is sacred science. I double dog dare you to try it out for yourself. Next time you go and you look in that mirror and you think, oh my God, look at these bags under my eyes. I look like I haven't slept in weeks. Instead of running that down, running that image of yourself, that sacred, beautiful image of yourself down, speak kindly to yourself. Yeah. Speak kindly to yourself and feel where it lands in your body and savor that moment. So in the Amazon, there's a thing called Icaros, and Icaros are sacred songs. And these are actually sacred healing songs that work on the heart space and other parts of the body. That's a form of spiritual technology. An Andean ritual, a despacho, for example, which is an offering made with love and gratitude, is a kindness to Pachamama, that is Mother Earth. And it's not because Pachamama needs our kindness, but it's because the act itself shows our desire to repair the cords between our humanity and divinity, and to repair any breach of cords that have happened between us and the land. It's again about restoring what? Aini, that is sacred reciprocity and right relationship. In our own lives, what we can do is we can make a handwritten note, a ritual, to remind someone else of their divinity. A hug to recalibrate another person, and that grounds and nourishes the soul. A moment of presence can be given as kindness, as an act of cosmic remembering. You become, when you do these acts of kindness, a hollow bone. In other words, a conduit. When you practice kindness with intention, you ripple that out like it's medicine, because kindness is medicine, and it's medicine that's being poured into the unseen, which in turn has an effect on the atmosphere and the things that are seen. Let kindness shape your rituals. Bless the water that pours over your body when you take a bath or a shower. Speak a blessing into your tea, your water, and your food. And don't forget to say a blessing over the ones that helped get that food and beverage to you. You can also place a flower outside with a whispered prayer for your ancestors. And these aren't small things. They're seemingly small in gesture, but these are world-shifting acts. So I want to leave you with this. Let your kindness become ceremony for you. Let it be a prayer that's woven through your breath. Let it be the thread that helps you and others remember your original soul song. Remember, you don't need to be a drummer to be a healer. You don't need to be a sage to call in spirit. You only need to live as a blessing. Aho, Ashe, Amen, and so it is.
Thank you, Jennifer. Amazing as build. Jerry, thank you so much for your eloquence and really bringing kindness to a shamanic place. I'm grateful for everything that you do. Philip Lupo and the tech team, thank you for taking our crazy and making it awesome. If you need your crazy turned into awesome, see the website below and the guys will take care of you. Past services are available at People of Diversity Facebook group, Facebook page, and the People of Diversity YouTube channel. Here's the deal with Facebook. 30 days and it's gone. So if you want to go back further than 30 days, you have to use the YouTube channel. The upside is they have playlists. You can search by topic or by faith, and you will be guided to the plethora over 225 videos at this point. So there's lots there to dig into. If you want to get dings on Sunday morning, you have to join the Facebook page, join the Facebook group, or join the YouTube channel. All of those are premieres. You will get a notification if you are a member of the group. I think that's all I know.
We have a second broadcast on Sunday evening at 5:45 on Facebook Live.
That's the thing.
That's
I
the
didn't
thing.
say that part.
That's okay. That's why we're a team. And it's the morning broadcast, rebroadcast. So if you miss it, or you want to send somebody back to it, or you just want to watch it again, 5:45 on Facebook Live, Sunday evenings. Our next live event is very exciting. It's going to be tomorrow night, July 28th, at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship in Rockledge from 7 to 9 p.m. And Shaman Shannon Plummer will facilitate the Belts of Power workshop. And a couple of people have told me they've heard it called the Bands of Power workshop, but I think it's the same thing. It's an energy management system that anyone can use to help align with the God of their understanding and the divine truth within themselves. And Shannon's very excited, and we've been talking about it, and I think it's going to be amazing. So love offerings are appreciated for that. On August 4th, Scott and I will be facilitating a discussion and exercise revolving around authentic connection and vulnerability. So it's going to be informal. It's going to be sit in a circle and talk about some things and then do the exercise. It's going to be at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship, same time, 7 to 9, no charge, but love offerings, please. That helps us pay the rent there. So thank you. If you or your business would like to sponsor one of our live events, then email us at newwaypod@gmail.com, and it's $50. That's what our rent is there for every event that we do. And if you come to the event, we'll let you have the mic for a couple of minutes before we start. And if you'd rather remain anonymous, that's fine too. It's very helpful when we have people sponsor those events. So think about that and get hold of us if you'd like to do that.
Each week we sponsor a state. We
sponsor a state. We bless the state.
Okay, yeah, we bless the state.
We don't sponsor states.
There's no state sponsorship happening here. None. Zero state sponsorship. But we do a little blessing for Massachusetts this time. In 1636, Harvard became the first college for higher education in the United States of America. Interestingly, fast forward to the early or late 90s, early 2000s, and we find that all of the founders of Facebook were Harvard students.
That's wild.
I believe all of the original Facebook had @edu.gov attached to the original the original part of that. So let's come together and just send some peace, prosperity, and love to the people of Massachusetts, and we'll share these words together. May peace prevail in Massachusetts. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Next week, we continue our topic on kindness with Sensei Dave Vitito and Brother Bob Saima. Tithes and donations can be made at www.peopleofdiversity.org. Hit that donate button in the middle and move as you're guided. We do a healing circle at the end of every service. First people we're going to put in there is our Baha'i brothers and sister, Dean and Judy Martineau. Barant and Martineau.
Yeah. Dean Martineau and Judy Barant. Yeah.
Right. They have all kinds of health issues. They've moved out of country, and they're just needing as much love and support and positive energy as we can send them. Now let's also put in there the people in our lives who need love and support. but ourselves into that circle, and for goodness sake, the people who are trying to run the planet. As we
Yes.
listen to this song together, let's just send out love and joy and happiness, and don't forget to open up and receive as well.
And see you next time.
Have a great week.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love.